Since 1954, Terrebonne General has been a beacon of health and hope in our community. As we mark 7 decades of dedication to your well-being, Terrebonne General Health System remains committed to advancing healthcare, improving lives, and expanding our services to meet your evolving needs. In celebrating our past, we look forward to a future filled with promise and progress. Your health is our legacy. To discover more, visit tghealthsystem.com.
All right, we are back to Bayou time here. Some very distinguished guests up here on the set, and it's for a great cause. And not talking about news stories or things happening in the parish, but we're talking about one good thing that's happening in the parish for the 14th year in a row. The Merry Kappa Holiday Festival, and Dr. John Navy is here, and along with the district attorney, the sheriff, and the state police, and we're going to talk to each of those individually. But John, just to give you the floor, this has been going on for a long time, and it's been a great event. So I'm going to give you the floor and let you explain what it's all about and how each of these gentlemen are helping you out.
Well, actually, it's our 14th year annual toy and bike giveaway. It started years ago when Joe and I got together and said we want to do things for the community. And Linwood Liner, correct? Definitely, he got involved also with the sheriff. And we decided that we wanted to make this a big event to collaborate with toys and bikes. And right now, this is the largest toy and bike giveaway in the Bayou region. There's no others that give away the amount of toys and bikes that we give every year. So we have a lot of great sponsors that make this happen. But actually, the driving force behind this, I got to give credit to, is the district attorney and the sheriff. Because without them, this event would not be successful. And those sponsors that actually helped to buy those bikes, it's a whole list of them. I can't list them, but they're on the flyer today. But definitely, those sponsors also make this happen, a driving force for this bike giveaway every year. So definitely, I appreciate the community. I appreciate those sponsors. And I appreciate the sheriff and the district attorney.
All right, we're going to break some rules here in Bayou Town today because it is Christmas, and because it's for the kids, I'm going to let you list each one of those sponsors that gave y'all some funds to make this happen. So go ahead. You got the floor.
Okay. I start off with Entergy, Cenac Marine Services, Pelican Waste, Alfred Associate, GIS Engineer, Norris and Boudreaux, LaBeouf Brothers Towing, Larice Insurance, the Merlin Group, Craig Abear Architect, Milford Associate, Louisiana Senator Mike Feasey, State Representative Jerome Zerain, former State Representative Tanner McGee, Judge Juan Pickett, Abear Marshall Law Office, Lede Insurance, All South Consulting Agency, Delta Coast Consultant, Byron Talbot, Attorney Chuck Barr, Attorney Joe Cockford, Attorney Patrick Yancey, Attorney Stan Duval, Attorney Greg Raffanino, Attorney Fred Foneran, Star Office World, JJ Buque, Farm Pest Control, and Gulf Island Contractors. I appreciate the support that you're giving these organizations that we work with today to be able to provide toys and bikes for this community for the 14th annual toy and bike giveaway.
Well, we've been covering this for a long time. This thing has grown. It's gotten big. And Jay, once again, put that picture up. And I know some of these bikes are stationary because I have not seen the district attorney ride a bike in 20 years since we rode them together way back when.
That's when we rode it for that health show. I rode it behind that good-looking lady, and my wife got all upset with me. I've never been allowed to ride another bike.
Yeah, Mile Blast, I think we call it.
Mile Blast.
We'll talk about that off the set, but that was a funny story. Sheriff, another great deal. Your involvement in it, I know you love to do this kind of stuff.
Yes. Like he mentioned, Mr. Linwood Liner, he just recently passed. So just to give a little history, when I got involved with it, this was one of the first events that we were like community events. Plus we did several toy drives, but it's grown. We used to do it in the gym in Mechanicville.
Correct.
And it's gotten bigger now, but Toys for Tots has always supported community events. I mean, when it comes to our organization, we have the ability to raise money and collect toys, and other events where people can actually find a need and get it out there. It assists us greatly, so it's a perfect partnership.
Mm-hmm. And Joe, coming to you, speaking of y'all in positions where very powerful positions, but this is a prime example of using that power for great things. And when you go to somebody and say, look, give me $500 or give me $1,000, and the amount of bikes you see on that morning is unbelievable. But I've been knowing you for a long time. This is the kind of stuff that makes you tick.
There's no doubt. And John and I were talking about the number of bikes we've given away in the 14 years that we've been doing this, and it's between 4,000 and 5,000, 6,000. It's north of 5,000 bikes. It's a lot of bikes that we've given away over the years, and it's and our target class is the underprivileged, people that don't have the resources to provide for children for Christmas times. It's such a joyous occasion. So that's what we want to reach out and touch, that class of people. And sometimes we see people coming through the line, and they're in Land Rovers, Escalades, and it's design. And I'd ask the community, let's target the underprivileged children. That's what this is really about.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to say, I don't want to say that very delicately, because everybody can fall on hard times, but this is about people that are having hard times.
Yeah, good point. Mike Garner with the state police. Your involvement, and I know you've always been around charity events.
Yes, sir. Charity events and helping the community has always been a mainstay of myself. I've had the privilege of being in law enforcement for just short of 3 decades, and most people see law enforcement as those who go out and arrest people and put people in jail. But this is an opportunity where I can be involved, and we can get out there with the community, and we can share and provide gifting and to those who are at risk in at-risk communities and underprivileged. And it's just a pleasure to be able to work with these distinguished gentlemen.
All right, let's do this. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, John. We'll talk about the date, the time, the qualifications, that kind of thing. And so we'll take a short break. We'll be right back with more on a great program, the 14th annual. Don't go away.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
All right, we are back, and we're talking about the 14th annual Merry Kappa Holiday Festival. We're going to go back to Dr. John Navy, because his involvement with the parish for a long time, and still involvement with the parish, although he's moved on now in his job with the American Red Cross. But just the growth of this, and it's a spark for the economy too, because you're spending a lot of money, you're getting stuff back, but you still got to buy the bikes and do a lot of different things.
Correct. We actually buy the bikes from Academy Sports. We get over between 250 or 300 bikes. But this year, we're getting a little donations from SIA. SIA Motor Freight Line is going to actually give us about 30 to 40 bikes themselves. And other organizations are going to also donate. So it's going to be a big event, a lot of bikes. Actually, the qualification is definitely the drive-through. So it's not like you're walking up. So if you have a vehicle, whatever, we definitely want you to drive through. Those are toys and bikes you can actually get. It starts at 1 p.m. at the Bayou Civic Center on December the 21st. So definitely, and we encourage, and sometimes people don't have transportation. They don't have, they catch a ride with someone. We understand that, and we assist them and make some privilege with that too. So I just want to make sure that we're not trying to exclude anyone. It'll be an inclusive process. But again, unfortunately, we don't have 3,000 or 4,000 bikes, so it's going to be first come, first serve. We ask people to try to get as early as they can. We're going to have security lined up to line the cars up the way we need to. Mr. Garner actually help out a lot with that process too, so we keep it safe. So I think it'll be a wonderful event again. The sheriff's going to be out there, I'm pretty sure, the district attorney. You're going to have those honored guests like him and others that would be that assist too. So definitely, I encourage the public to definitely come out, because Mr. Wade's made a good point. It's about the people that have been impacted by these 2 storms we have. People still recovering from Ida. Francine, people had damages, so people are struggling. And we want to make sure that these kids have a Merry Christmas, and that's why we're doing this process.
And Joe, of course, I know your family. You come from a very loving family, and charity was spread amongst the kids too. What does it mean to you when you see these kids run up and they're getting their dream bike? I mean, I know where that hits you at.
It brings tears to your eyes. We stand there and we watch all these kids come through. They're getting a bike, and some of them may not even know they're getting the bike yet. The parents are there to pick it up for them. So it's in the amount of toys. I got to tell you, the sheriff has done a tremendous job with Toys for Tots, and we could not do it without the amount of toys and effort that he puts into this program to make it what it is. It's truckloads of toys that we're bringing, and we trailer them over there with trucks and these big pull-behind trailers, but there's trailers and trailers of toys. Just the effort to lay them all out is a monumental task, but it's the joy that it brings to these kids is, but for this, they probably wouldn't have a whole lot for Christmas. So that's what brings joy to your heart and makes you really feel good. I'm like, about giving back to the community, and that's what we're all here to do, is give back through different mechanisms.
Yeah, I think you're right. The sheriff sometimes, when you go see his Toys for Tots, you would think he's at the North Pole. I mean, they got some operation going on, and y'all just have fingers out in all the community. I think now it's probably down to science, right?
Well, we it's well organized, but look, I have a very good group of volunteers, and I got an assistant, Miss Tracy Gotro. She does a great job. We're able to orchestrate, put everything, but the group of volunteers from nurses, school teachers, and really that we call them elves, their nickname, because tonight we're sorting. There's a lot of things that we do throughout this process. Shortly right after Thanksgiving or prior to Thanksgiving, we kick it off, usually around the beginning, early parts of October. So this is an event several days during the week. It's a constant process, plus the boxes, plus everything we're out there, plus what we're ordering, and putting it all together for these type of events, plus the other events which we sponsor.
Yeah, and I know, Mike, turning to you, y'all get to spend a little extra time away from what you do every day. It's a pretty good diversion, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's nothing greater than seeing a smile on a kid's face. It changes your whole demeanor, no matter what you've seen, what you've gone through. Yeah, but to watch joy on the face of a child in pure innocence, that's the goal.
All right.
Martin, just so you know, Mike wanted to be an elf, but he's a little too big, so we had to turn him down, just so you know.
No, you know what I was thinking about? Saying you saw me chuckling, because I almost said it. I said, no, I'm going to keep it dignified for the show, but the DA fired the first shot across the bow. So John, with 2 minutes left, I'll divert away from the elves here, and I'll give you the last word.
Well, actually, I want to make sure the public understand one thing. To get a bike is one thing, but to get those toys is more than anything. Kids look for Santa Claus, and we're going to have Santa Claus there this year again. They look for Santa Claus to be there. They look for Santa Claus to get them toys. But what the sheriff does, this program would not be what it is today if it wasn't for Toys for Tots and the program that he ran and his team. It would not be that. So what made this the largest Bayou region Toys and Bike giveaway is because of what he have done also. Following the footsteps of been with Mr. Liner, he had came and took it to a whole different level, level. And I'm pretty sure you brought it the largest Toys for Tots program in Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken.
One of them.
Definitely.
Something about those Marines, huh?
There's something about him. It really, I won't say what I want to say, but yes, indeed. But he's stern and he's great. So I appreciate you, Sheriff. Definitely. Thank you.
More, I'd like to give accolades to one other person who's not here, is Dr. Orlando Williams. Orlando's been involved behind the scenes, always there every year supporting this 100%. She couldn't be here today, but I just wanted the community to know she is very active in this program as well.
All right. I want to thank all of y'all for what y'all do, and we appreciate it as a community. I know the kids appreciate it because they get to reap the benefits, and I'm sure the parents appreciate it because a lot of them can't afford that gift. So thank y'all very much. Once again, Saturday, December 21st, right, John?
Yes, sir.
At what time does it start?
1 o'clock.
All right, so 1 p.m. We'll see you there, and let's get a wide shot again. Very distinguished panel. You get to come see these guests out there at the Civic Center, 1 p.m. on December 21st. We'll see you around the corner.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford. Built Ford tough.